I'm Rosie Gilbert. I'm the harp player with the Central Wisconsin Symphony, and I'm here today with Steve Biela, who is our concertmaster. Steve, what exactly is the concertmaster?
Well, a concertmaster sits in front of the orchestra, and at the beginning of the concert will tune the orchestra or ask the oboist to give the A, and then the orchestra tunes. But more importantly, the role of the concertmaster is sort of behind the scenes, and sometimes along with the help of the conductor, we'll work out the bowings. So what direction the bow is going to go on the string, and that influences how loud we play, how soft we play, if we want a crescendo or decrescendo. This is the bow for the violin, and all the bows for the different string instruments are very similar. The viola bow is just a little bit longer, and the cello bow is a little bit shorter but heavier, and the bass bow is much heavier. We have a lighter part of the bow here at the tip of the bow, and then down here it's much heavier, and this area down here is called the frog, not like the one you'd find near a pond, but rather this part of the bow, and it's heavier. That's where we put our hand. And so that when we're playing, because it's heavier here, if I want to play very loud, I'll play a lot of notes here at the frog. If I typically want to be a little softer, I'll play closer to the tip of the bow. If I want to get louder, I'll move from the tip to the frog. If I want to get softer, I'll move toward the tip of the bow. So when you watch the orchestra perform, you'll see that the orchestra is moving the bow in all different directions. Sometimes we play many notes in one bow, sometimes just one note per bow, depending upon what we want it to sound like, whether it's short or very smooth. We have all those variety of sounds with the bow.
Now, you play the violin. Does the concertmaster always play the violin?
Yes. The concertmaster traditionally has been the violinist. In fact, before we had conductors, the concertmaster a lot of times would lead the orchestra.
And is there a reason why it's not, say, a flute player or a cellist?
Yeah, great question. Well, because the violinist is seated in front of the orchestra, more people can see that person from that position rather than someone in the back of the orchestra. There's lots of violins in the orchestra, and we all have the same responsibility to play the music as well as we can, and so that's our job, but I tend to lead a little bit as well, so when we come in together to give cues, and so rather than just starting the bow on the string, I may take a breath so we can all play together.
Wonderful. Anything else you would like to share with us?
Well, I'll tell you, playing in an orchestra is an amazing experience because you get to make music with all these different people, different instruments, many of the same instrument, and it's exhilarating and a real joy.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. So now we're backstage of Century Auditorium where the orchestra plays. And before each concert starts, I will come out to the front of the orchestra and turn to the oboist, our first chair oboist, Stacy Burke, and she will play an A for the orchestra. And that A is used to tune the winds and brass first, and so the winds and brass will tune their pitches and try to get in tune, so we have a unified A. The oboe is a great instrument for giving the A because it has a very pure tone and it's pretty loud. And so that oboist will give that, and then after the winds are done tuning, I'll turn to the lower string instruments, the cello and bass and viola, and they'll tune their A, and then I'll turn to the violins and we'll tune our A string. And then once I sit down, all the string players will tune all four strings. And so that's sort of the start of the concert, so that we're all in this unified sense of being in tune with each other. pitch-wise. And so we have a much better chance of playing in tune for the entire concert. You may notice if you come to the concert that we may tune several times during the concert. And because strings stretch and some of the wind instruments change with the humidity and the temperature in the building, we want to keep tuning so that we're very well in tune for each of the pieces that we're going to be playing.